I'm Andrew, and I'm at the KeyBank Center in Buffalo, and you're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. And I'm back for another report card video. This time I'm going to talk about the Buffalo Sabres. I've already done Ottawa. I've already done Montreal. If you haven't seen those, please go watch them to hear my thoughts on both of those teams and how they did this season. Now, if this is the first report card video that you've seen from me, then I'll explain it a little bit. I'm recording this now before the season ends because I don't have time to film 23 videos between the time of when the season ends Sunday to Wednesday or Thursday when the playoffs start. I can't do 23 videos in basically 4 days, so I've decided to film some of these videos before the season ends. With that said, some of these statistics I'm going to read in this video are going to be, they're not going to match up to maybe the end of the season if you're watching this after the end of the season, but they're so close that my talking points don't really, it doesn't really change anything. They're just, it would be such a slight change in some of these numbers. It's just not worth waiting 4 days or 5 days from now to do the video. So I'm going to do it now. So I do apologize that the numbers are going to be a little different, but they're going to be so close it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's jump into this. We have all kinds of categories here. On this side of me, you're going to see last year's statistics. On this side, you're going to see the statistics from this year. Anything in green is an improvement. Anything in red is not an improvement compared to last year. I'm going to go through everything with you. So, league rank. Last year they were 26th. This year they're 31st. I remember last year and thinking, man, Buffalo is not good. They have to do better next year. They can't do any worse. Well, they're in 31st. They're doing much worse. So that actually sucks because I'd like to see Buffalo have some success. Of all the teams in the league that I do wish success on, which isn't actually many when I think about it. Buffalo is on that list. I feel bad for their fans, so I do wish them success. When they do have success and make the playoffs, it's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to feel like a bit of a Cinderella story, I think. Points last year, 78. Points this year, 62. This is a stat that obviously might change. They've got, I think, 3 games left. If they win all 3, that means they're up to 68 points or whatever. But anyways, 78 points last year, 62 points this year as of today. Goals for last year, 199, 188 this year. Obviously, this will change as well. Goals for rank, 24th last year, 31st this year. Goals against last year, 231, 263 this year. Goals against rank last year was 21st. This year it's 29th. Goal differential last year was minus 36. This year it's minus 76. Differential rank last year was 24th. This year it's 31st. Power play percentage last year, 24.5%. This year, 18.7%. That's incredible. That's like a 6% difference. That is to year for power play percentage or special team percentages. That's absolutely massive. That's a crazy jump. And power play percentage rank last year, first. Buffalo had the best power play last year. This year, 21st. That's a pretty crazy drop. Penalty kill last year, 77.6. This year, 77.6%. Exactly the same. No red, no green. Just we'll leave that one white. Penalty kill percentage rank last year, 25th. This year, 24th. This is our first green. Shots per game last year, 30.4. Shots this year per game, 31. That's another green. Shots per game rank last year, 13th. Shots per game rank this year, 22nd. It's interesting that they had less shots per game last year, but actually ranked higher in the league average or against the league than they did this year. Shots against, shots per game, not shots against per game, 34.3. Last year, shots against per game this year at 32.8. Shots against per game rank last year 30th. Shots against per game rank this year 24th. That's a thumbs up. Face-off percentage last year was 49.6%. They were ranked 17th, right in the middle of the league. This year, 51.6%, ranked 7th in the league, so top 10 in the face-off. That's, at least you have to be happy about that. At least you're not at the bottom of every single category. You're in the top 10 of face-offs, and face-offs are huge, so that's good to see. If we move over to the players, I'm going to read I don't have them all listed here, but I have most of them. The top point getters on the team from top to bottom, starting off with Eichel with 62 points, O'Reilly with 58, Reinhart with 48, Okposo with 42, Ristolainen with 40, Pominville with 32, Rodriguez has 21, Scandella has 21, Pouliot has 19, Larson has 16, Hergensen has 15, and Wilson has 13. And that's kind of where I stopped it. Eichel missed some time again this season. It's unfortunate, but he did. He's still leading the team with 62 points. I believe he's played 64 games, so he's almost at that point per game level. Maybe he's played 60 and he's over it. I can't remember. It's around there somewhere. Basically, he's doing pretty well. As far as goal scorers, your second leading goal scorer is Reinhart with 24 assists as well. After watching Buffalo for a while, I really feel like I think Reinhart is still underperforming based on his scouting report, but he's finding his game. He does a lot of important things on the ice as far as cycling the puck and defending as well. So even though he's I think still underperforming, like I said, I'm still pretty happy with his progression as far as his career goes. He's still young. He still has lots of time to develop. The opposite, Okposo, I really don't feel like he has 42 points, which is good, I guess. Low as far as his career, if you compare his other years and stuff. I really don't feel like he's fitting in Buffalo as well as he did in other places like the Island. I don't know what they do with him. I don't know if they trade him. I don't know if they hold on to him and keep playing him. I don't know if it's an age thing. My gut tells me he doesn't fit in on the team. Some players just don't. Some players just don't meld with a certain team. It happens. You have people like Pouliot. I don't understand the GM's decision there to bring in Pouliot. He hasn't really been effective on a team in a very long time. If you're trying to improve your team, I guess you can bring him in to mentor the young guys because Pouliot is on the older side of things, but I still don't see that as being a solution to the team. So there are some decisions here as far as roster and the men on the ice that I wouldn't have made, but what do I know? I'm just a guy making videos on YouTube, so don't take anything I say with too much seriousness. If we switch to the goalies, Leonard, 53 games played, 14 wins, 26 losses, 3.01 goals against average, 908 save percentage. In comparison with Chad Johnson, who's played remarkably 33 games, he's got 10 wins, 14 losses, so not as big of as a difference there with Leonard. Leonard 14 wins, 26 losses. Johnson 10 wins, 14 losses. But Chad Johnson's goals against average was 3.41, and his save percentage was 0.895. So both of those statistics were worse than Leonard's. So read into that as you will. So just a few notes here on their season, basically. I kind of already mentioned it. Eichel, he's suffered some more injuries. He's missed some time. Not a lot of time, but enough time where it has made it left a huge impact on his team. He's leading the team in points with 62. If he hadn't missed those 20 games or whatever it was, or 15 games, how many points would he had? He'd probably be close to 80 points, I guess, 75 probably at least. So that could change the course of a game. That could change the tide of a game. You could be looking at another 5 wins here. And with those 5 wins, they would have, I don't know, close to 70 points. It still doesn't get them close to the playoffs, but I mean, it's still better. I have Okposo not fitting in. I already talked about it. There's no offensive support on the D other than Ristolainen and a little bit from Scandella. I wouldn't really peg Scandella as an offensive defenseman, but he's kind of had to take on that role a little bit because there's no one else besides Ristolainen on the team that can contribute as well as he can. Phil Housley, his first full year as a head coach. I don't blame the season on him. I don't not blame the season on him. I think some of the fault does fall on his shoulders. I don't know how the room is responding to him. I don't know how Jack Eichel's responding to him. There's rumors that Jack Eichel got Dan Bilesma fired, and I don't know if Phil Housley has his guys supporting him as assistant coach. I'm not sure. I don't know Buffalo well enough to know where the assistant coaches and supporting coaches and goalie coaches, and I don't know if they were on the team before Phil Housley joined or if he brought them all in. I don't know if those are his guys or not. So anyways, it might be time to consider changing those supporting coaching staff roles if they aren't Phil Housley's guys. Really give Phil Housley a chance to bring in his guys and work his system. Tim Murray left a mess behind for Jason Botterill, the current GM. Botterill's a former player. I think he played for Atlanta for a while and a few other teams, I believe. He actually scored his first goal against Buffalo, which is ironic. That was a long time ago. I don't even know why I still remember that, but he doesn't have a lot of experience, and I feel like I don't want to blame him because he doesn't have a lot of experience, but he certainly hasn't done anything to help the team, in my opinion. He's done a few little things, but things that I wouldn't have done, and I feel like so much more could be done. I'm wondering if it has to do with the owner, Pagula, or whatever the heck his name is. I don't have it written down here. Maybe I probably should have. I think it's Pagula. I think that's his name. He likes to meddle, and he likes to control the day-to-day management of the team. I'm wondering if he's not in the GM's back pocket, telling him what to do, what not to do. He's too emotionally invested. This has been said by former Buffalo Sabres players, and I believe former coaching staff, not a former head coach, but a former assistant coach, I believe, has said this, that he's too involved with the team on a day-to-day basis. So that's why I'm not so eager to throw the blame on Housley or Botterill. What else do I have written down here? Inconsistent goaltending, kind of already talked about that. But yeah, I mean, it's been a tough year for Buffalo. Again, every year, it seems like I'm saying this. I guess not every year. This is only the second year I've had this channel, but in my personal life, when I have hockey conversations with other people, the conversation about Buffalo is usually, here we are again talking about Buffalo. Suffering. It sucks. I really do hope that they turn things around next year. On paper, I think they're better than what they are physically on ice, but I can't remember where I predicted them to be this year. I think I don't know. I shouldn't say because my memory's pretty poor. So anyway, that kind of wraps up this video, the report card video. If I'm going to give them a grade, I don't think I could give them an F because they were poor last year, and they haven't really. They got worse this year, but not a crazy amount of worseness. That doesn't work. That's not good grammar, but you know what I mean. I think I would give them probably a D+, and that's pretty. I think that's fairly generous considering they're last in the league this year. But comparing it to last year, there are things they improved on, like the face-offs. First year with the coach, there's going to be learning curves, so I'll give them a D+, I guess. So yeah, thanks guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. All the teams are coming up. Playoff series videos are coming up as well. Keep an eye out for those. Thank you very much for watching this video and the Ottawa video and the Montreal video if you watch those. If you plan on watching the rest of the report card videos, I really appreciate that. You guys coming back every single day. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 videos a day. Sometimes there's 1. Regardless, if you sit down and you watch them all, that really means a lot. So thank you to everyone who does that. I really appreciate it. I really do love this community. I love you guys so much. I love interacting with you guys. So let me know down in the comments how you feel about the Buffalo Sabres. If you're a Sabres fan, or if you watch the Sabres in general, let me know how you feel. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you can hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you like this video, hit the like button down below. That helps us out a lot. And I'll see you in the next report card video. Adios.